よう、お目覚めかい？
あ
I wouldn't give up, no matter how desperate the situation seemed. After all, I had Marie with me. She was connected to my very soul.
教会に行くぞ。邪魔する奴は潰す。
了解。
It was the night on which the priest said he'd take action. Himura was surely waiting, so we had to get her to come with us no matter what. A wish to leave. The boy recalled that as his most ancient emotion.
あなたにこれから3つほどこの場における処世術を教えましょう。
On an abrupt moment of an uncertain day, the man standing next to him spoke those words. The blond man held his hand and dragged him to his side while looking up at the large gate before them. The boy didn't know his name, but he could tell that he was the one who had brought him here. They were standing before a castle, gaudy and majestic as any such palace should be, but also as dark and dreary as a catacomb. To the boy, it felt like the mythical place where those killed in war would gather, the hellish Valhalla of fallen champions. It was the reason why he didn't want to pass through those gates. He had a feeling that doing so would make him become just like them. The negatives and positives of such an event were alien to him, but what his instincts told him was undeniable. That was his most ancient memory. The boy wished to leave. He didn't know where to and why, but he definitely wanted to distance himself from this place.
この向こうにいる者たちはその大半があなたのことを恐れている。憎悪、期待、憐憫、好奇。無論私とて例外ではない。皆あなたが怖いのですよ。イザーク。
Izak. Apparently that was the boy's name, however he failed to feel any affinity to it. In fact, right until this very moment he thought himself to be no different to rocks and the like. The name of a human male, especially one with roots in Yitzhak, was a word for laughter, was entirely unsuitable to him. So if you don't understand where the name Isaac came from, Abraham, I don't know if he was actually Abraham at the time, but this goes way back to I believe it's the book of Genesis. Abraham, being the father of the Jewish religion, had no children with his wife Sarah. He instead had to have a child with a concubine, which is supposed to be his heir. And the thing is, he was visited by, I believe they were supposed to be identified as angels or something like that. And the angels told them being Abraham and Sarah, that they were going to have a child. And Sarah laughed at them. And so the angel said, you will name your child the word for laughter as a result for that. And that name still persists to this day.
故に忠告その1です。喋らないこと。特に笑みは厳禁だと覚えなさい。
The man was even ordering him to behave against his name. Isaac wondered what it meant for such a phrase to be worthy of being called a wisdom. Whatever the case, the man was clearly planning to take him beyond the gates. The boy understood that and dreaded the moment it would happen.
おや、震えていますね。結構あなたも怖いですか。逃げに関してなら私も一加減ある身です。その立場から忠告その2。どこへ帰ればよいかわからぬのなら、まずは己の居場所を見つけなさい。あなたの年頃ならば母の愛などと、そうしたものを探してみるのもよいでしょう。母を飲み込んだ後に問うのです、イザーク。己が帰る場所とはどこなのかとね。
The door opened. Ignorant to Isaac's aversion, he was now past the point of no return. An escape without a destination was but a violent outburst. Unless he had a place to turn to, he would never arrive at anything significant. The man told him to search for and find such a place. A reasonable proposition indeed, but the boy didn't even know if his mother existed.
そして最後の忠告です。
Hiding his voice in the creaks of the door, the mysterious man of the cloth went on in a whisper. He was acting as if his words should never be heard by anyone but him.
ここにはあなたを恐れぬ者が2人います。彼らの目を見てはいけません。以上3つ。それらを守るならば誓いましょう。私が必ずあなたを救うと。
And thus Isaac, the first Sonnenkind and the child of the sun, beloved by the Obsidian Round Table, was dragged into that realm. April 10th, 1945, the period of the Reich's gradual downfall, with defeat clear on the horizon. It was the very first and last meeting where all 13 of them were present. 9 people were lined up at the sides of the path leading towards the throne, 4 women at the left and 5 men at the right. Just as the man of the cloth said, they all looked at Isaac with various expressions, but at their very core, they felt only one thing regarding the boy. Fear. Even though he looked no more than a boy of 10, everyone in the room saw him as a repulsive monster. The reaction was far from inappropriate. After all, he was born in August of 1942, which should only make him about old enough to begin gaining a proper awareness of the world around him. He was abnormal in both body and mind, his intellect so great that he had already mastered 6 languages. It was easy to see him as a standard genius, but the extent of his ability was far above standard, and more on the level of freakish or superhuman. No one could object to calling him a monster. Thus he was feared. However, the men on the left were either too dense or prideful to show it, so they fooled themselves by hiding their fear with either curiosity or disinterest. None of them could admit to being scared of this child, and all of them concealed their true sentiments so well even they couldn't see it. The women on the left, however, had no mind to put on such airs. Searing hatred, pity, weariness, and suspicion merged with jealousy. All of these emotions were completely blatant. Even Isaac himself was bewildered by their vehement obsession with his existence. He simply didn't know why it was happening, but as he looked at the women's reactions and thought them excessive, he realized that the way men saw him was strange as well. After all, there wasn't a single proper human being among them. A child who happened to grow faster than most shouldn't even begin to elicit surprise. It felt almost like it wasn't he they feared, but rather the circumstances of his birth. And with that, he began to understand the one question everyone in the hall shared. Who was his father?
チコマイラレイミコよ
At that moment, his instincts told him something, and a certain realization rushed through his mind. There were 2 men who didn't fear him, the ones he couldn't make eye contact with. He began to understand what it meant.
私は
Ignoring 2 of the warnings, he looked into their eyes and spoke. However, he had doubts if the action was really his own. Isaac felt as if someone wanted to laugh, but held it back.
どちらが私の父様なのです。私はあなた方の部品でしょう。
His first emotion was a wish to leave, to escape wherever his legs guided him. The ones in the throne had a craving that prevented this. He did not know a mother's love. Its concept was beyond his understanding. Thus he would consume the whole world and search for it. Gladsheim, the Devil's Castle, was the microcosm of the world. All will be part of the chaos whirling within his Weltall. He would create the Ark of the Covenant that would establish his law. Nothing would be forbidden to him. He wished for his love to overflow and embrace his mother. Thus, his Ananurbe, the swastika, lived in her womb as a contract. Isaac wished for his successor to use the Shambhala, the Ark, to birth and emanate him, his father, and his mother who melted into the swastika. He wanted his dear Sonnenkind to ask herself about the place she belonged to. As they had already consumed their mother, he beseeched her to accompany him in absorbing the place they deemed to be the paradisiacal Valhalla. The malediction etched onto their bloodline called out to them. He was once told to answer a certain question upon consuming his mother. A question about the place he'd escaped to, its whereabouts.
どこって。
Needless to say, it was... Rhea Himuro awoke from a vision, almost too vivid to be a dream. While trying to understand what she had just experienced, she struggled against the waking haze by trying to raise her head. The view before her felt almost like the dream she just had. It didn't seem too different in terms of how real it was. Walking into a giant castle to have an audience with a humanoid beast and a shadowgraph was downright ridiculous, but her current situation was quite unreal as well.
お目覚めかな。気分はどうだ。
Rhea was sitting in the sixth seat of the obsidian round table as someone ominous called out to her. When she reflexively turned her head to the source of the voice, searing pain went through her whole body, making her silently moan.
無理をしない方がいい。昨晩開いたスワシカは一気に3つ。御身にかかった負担は相当だろう。私も女だ。察しがつかぬわけでもない。
Indeed, this pain and weariness was completely alien to men. The sensation was new to Rhea, but she knew its nature by instinct, as any woman surely would. It was labor pain, the anguish of birthing.
あなたは
ああ、初めましてになるのかな。エレオノーレ・フォン・ビッテンブルク。ブレンナーとは窮地だ。楽にされよ。肺がんの A に抑止光栄だ。よければお近づきの印がてら雑談でもしないかね。
The woman grinned and placed herself in the third seat to Rhea's left. She courteously put a cigarette into her mouth, puffed it, and looked up at the tobacco smoke while squinting her eyes in a satisfied manner. The acrid fumes spread out, reached Rhea's nose and made her choke.
失礼。配慮が足りなかったか。これは癖でね。悪意はないのだ。謝罪しよう。煙が好きな性分なんだ。火種から立ち上る煙をね。見て吸って嗅ぐと落ち着く。説明できぬが、嗜好品とは概してそういうものだろう。
Eleanor stubbed out the cigarette and affectionately looked up at the looming smoke while seemingly immersing herself in the recollections of battle. Apparently the woman brought the girl here after she had lost consciousness during the carnage at the chapel. Eleanor seemed more reasonable than Schreiber, and Rhea didn't feel any danger while being in her presence. The girl wasn't particularly averse to playing along and having a chat with her. However,
ともかく、御身に大事がないようで結構だよ。礼儀を知らん輩どもに存在な扱いを受けたのだろうが、玉体を休んじ奉るのは近衛である我々の最重要任務だ。以降あなたに血字ほどの危害も加えさせん。ゆえ安堵されよ。私はあなたの味方だ、テレジア。
味方。
Irae couldn't take those words at face value. They clearly had a hidden meaning to them. Neither the friendliness nor the sympathy were directed exclusively at her. Her abdomen still ached, while her body became as heavy and dull as that of a woman in the last month of pregnancy. She even had doubts if she could stand by herself. It was all caused by what the woman referred to as imperial.
あなたが大事なのはここから出てくるものでしょう。
Her body would soon give birth to a certain being, and as its container, she gained the woman's hospitality. The true imperial was the existence about to break into the world by consuming her from the inside. All bearing the pain, Rhea glared at Eleanor, who only responded with a grin.
なるほど。面影がある。そういう顔はイザークとダブルよ。どうも昔から女子供には徹底的に嫌われる星回りらしい。彼も私に懐いてはくれなかったが、あなたも私がお嫌いかな。だが結構、そうしたものに好かれるのはゲス格物と古今相場が決まっている。クリストフにブレンナー、あれらがいい例だろ。戯れに尋ねるが、彼らは良き父、良き母だったか。あなたは何を聞き、何を知り、何を思って今この時を迎えている。
The question made her fall silent, but not because she was unable to answer. Valeria Trifa and Lisa Brenner didn't actually tell or teach her anything. Both clearly had different reasons for doing it, but neither of them ever revealed the truth to her. However, Rhea would be lying if she claimed to have been completely clueless. After all,
一切年老いね。そんなものと十数年共に過ごし、何ら疑問を持たぬ子供がいるはずなどない。
abnormalities were always easy to perceive, and children had a particularly sharp sensitivity for such things. It was impossible for anyone to not realize that the beings they saw every single day were unlike anyone else. Rhea even went to school, which made it all the more easy for her normal human perception to see the people back home as normal. That much was outwardly obvious.
決定的な現場も過去に体験したのだろう。キルヒアイゼンが落ちたのは何年前だ。その際あなたを見ているはず。少なくともベイやマレウスとすれ違うくらいはしただろう。当時は幼女だったのかね。あれらは口が軽いから犬猫の前で雑談でもするような認識のままいらぬことを口にしたと容易に想像できてしまうな。
Adults often ignore the presence of children because they thought their exchanges to be above their understanding. But a child's memory could be an unexpectedly formidable thing. Younglings also had a tendency to believe anything, no matter how ludicrous it seemed.
あとは自分で調べたか予想をつけたか、あるいは血の記憶かな。己が何者であるかというのをおぼろげにでもあなたは自覚していたわけだ。たとえ半信半疑であったとしても。
Doubts which were blown away by the last couple of days.
その上で上っ面のざれ言を続けていたのは逃避かな。まあそうした心情は理解しよう。私も常識が崩れ去る瞬間というのを過去に経験しているし、否定したい気持ちわからんでもない。
When attacked by such harrowing doubts, one could only hope that they were wrong and believe that all was well. More than a decade of Rhea's life was peaceful, so she deluded herself into believing it would continue on forever, wishing for it to be so.
故にあれらはゲスなのだよ。痛いけな少女に夢を見せた。もろく儚い吹けば飛ぶような虚飾と欺瞞に満ちた夢をね。それを優しさと思ってはいけない。優柔不断な先送りという答えも違う。教えようかテレジア。
The woman lowered her head and chuckled with a slight shake in her shoulders. She clearly looked at their filthy deeds with contempt, but it almost was like she was praising them as well.
メメントモリ。それが我々とハイドリッヒを招く渇望だ。いずれ必ず到来する今を自覚すること。それを切実に願うか避けたいと望むか。何にせよ祈りは絶望の形をしている。そしてご存知かな。絶望とは希望が基地でない限り生まれない概念なのだよ。夢は甘かったろテレジア。いつか来る今日、それを叩き潰すためにゲスの戯れ遊びが続いたわけだ。転機となる第五の解放に際しクリストフとブレンナーはここを開けた。なぜか無論あなたを一人にするため。孤独も絶望に花を添える演出として望ましいと。まあいかがか。あくまで主観による分析だがそう外れてはいないと思う。随分と念入りに追い詰められた身として恨み事の一つもあるかも。
Eleanor spoke with a grin, but not with ridicule. The woman only worded what she believed to be true and was by no means trying to have fun by torturing Rhea. She only made the girl aware of her surroundings and circumstances, to open her eyes to the unfalsifiable reality. Stripped of pretense and deceit, it was an action spurred by nothing but her own set of convictions.
リザは
The other party's mannerisms made Rhea speak so calmly she surprised even herself. The girl didn't know whether she could believe the woman's conjecture, but her intuition told her that the person she spoke to wasn't the kind to lie.
リザは私のおばあちゃんなの。
正確には曽祖母だ。私もあれとは同年なのでね。そう思うと感慨深いか。
イザークっていうのは
ブレンナーの息子、つまりあなたの祖父だよ。初代の増年キントと言えばよいかな。
じゃあその人は。
In response,
いや、しかし定義が難しいな。どちらとも言える。
Eleanor put on an implicative grin. It didn't seem like she was hiding anything. What she said was the absolute truth.
ハイドリッヒョの想像以下を我らは城と呼んでいる。イザークはそれを永久展開させたのだよ。ベルリンを生贄にしてね。時間にも外圧にも崩されないかっこ世界としてある以上、当然城はこちらとずれる。通常の想像なら長くとも数時間、そのあたりが限界なのだが、ハイドリッヒョのそれは60年間消えていない。 今イザークの魂、その核は城にあるが抜け殻はすでに死んだ。
Eleanor cut her words short and raised an eyebrow. She then saw that Rhea's face has turned pale, to which the woman responded with a shrug.
何にせよ心安らかにその時を待てばいい。溢れ流れいずるハイドリ秘境のベルトールと一つになるのは天上の祝福だ。皆そこで永遠に生きる。
And they would massacre and love each other perpetually for all time to come. The path of strife, the paradisiacal Valhalla of Gladsheim. Blandly yet proudly, Rubido appraised her lord's world.
この国、この時代の感性では理解できんか。
Rhea had heard of the warrior's honor take on life and death, but she was completely unable to see it as Eleanor presented.
私は私なりに同胞を愛しているよ。好き。ブレンナーを殺した私もレイを殺したシュライバーも殺意の根源は彼らを永遠の法友と認めているがゆえのことだ。スワスチカに飲まれた魂は黄金連星の触媒としてバルハラに召し上げられる。愛も殺意も友情も敬意も敵意も全て10日に。元来エインフェリアとはそういうものだ。殺し殺され蘇りまた殺し合う。共に億万の戦場を黄昏の果てまでかけるため比べ合うんだ、その魂を。もっとも第8解放まで勝ち残れなかった彼らは我々と同格にはなれぬがね。少なくとも最初は城にあふれるうぞうむぞうと同じ立場からのし上がらなければならん。故に願うよ。プレンナーとは馬が合わんがあれと喧嘩ができぬせいもまた虚しい。再び私に食いかかってくる日を待ちたいと今はそんな風に思っている。
Eleanor killed Lisa with no restraint or remorse, and yet she described it as her display of camaraderie. Lisa was so dear to her that she wanted to kill her over and over again.
そして仮にそれが叶わずとも部下として従者としてその魂を所有しよう。一種究極的な愛ではないかな。手に入れたい他者はいないか。誰にも渡したくない思い人は。テレジア、あなたは来たるバルハラの流出に何を願う？
私は
Suddenly, the scene she had dreamt about drifted through her mind. The thing she desired and wanted to have is her place to turn. The world before it broke, though decorated in falsehoods, those days were more precious to her than anything else. Her bliss was no lie. The love she felt rang true. Even though Rhea knew that it could all be destroyed, she couldn't bring herself to give up on it at all. If she had a place to call her Valhalla, that would definitely be it.
物語の佳境には典型というものがある。王道、故に外さないもの。
As Rhea looked into herself, Eleanor gazed upwards and whispered what seemed like a monologue.
軟禁された姫にそれを囲う城壁と盤に難攻不落でありながらその障害を突破しようと英雄は奮闘する。もしも九段の少年がここに来るなら我らは総力を挙げて迎撃しなければならないだろう。姫は消耗著しく見張り役など必要ないから放っておいても問題ないから。
Eleanor's words made Rhea lose hers. Like bullets, they pierced her heart, bringing her into a daze, even making her forget how to breathe. What the woman meant by that was...
ああ、せめてクリストフがこの場にいれば奴に守りを任せるところなのだがね。やれやれ、この非常時にどこで油を売っているのやら。
Eleanor grinned as she began to fade, and while throwing a sidelong glance at Rhea, she ended the exchange with the same hypocritical currency she had throughout the duration of it.
ともあれ、なかなか有意義な時間だったよ。私だけが喋り続けたようでいささか心苦しいがね。御身に幸あれ、増難金と。遠くない未来、バルハラで皆と語り明かそうではないか。
And with With that, she disappeared like smoke, leaving behind only the echo of her chuckle.
私
What should she do? What could she do? That was a clear invitation. Eleanor was instigating her. The woman implied that she would turn a blind eye to anything the girl would do. She placed her shaking hands on the armrest and gave her all to make her burdened body stand up.
動ける
She could still stand, move, walk, and stay herself. However,
藤井君
she wanted to see him, to be with him. Irae was attracted to the idea of being the princess waiting for her prince, the chained heroine, dreaming of the moment he would come to save her. But
来ちゃダメ死んじゃう
the Gold's Imperial Guard were immortal eyeing her jar. There was no way he could break through all of them at once. Ren was a fool who, knowing that Irae was imprisoned here, would rush to her side without hesitation, and she wanted to prevent that no matter what. Her wish to see him was undeniable. Irae wanted to meet up with him, cling to him, and profess her love as he hugged her tight. But that was exactly why she didn't want him to die.
ごめんね本当にごめんなさい
Tears ran down her cheeks. Hers was an unrequited love. Indeed, but heartbreak was so warped, couldn't have been common. She believed anyone else would do the same thing in her shoes, and assumed there wasn't anything strange about her actions. When Irae left the church, the battalion commanders would likely split up. She was clearly bait meant to attract someone, specifically Valeria Trifa.
だからもう君には会えない
Carnage would follow in her footsteps, so she couldn't possibly go where Ren was. However, in exchange for such a sacrifice, Irae wanted to go to the place where she could feel him better than anywhere else. She wanted to end it all while embracing the memories of her dearest sunshine. Irae struggled against the burden on her body and hurriedly dragged her feet to her destination. She had the equivalent of 3 nuclear bombs following her. There would be no danger to Ren as long as she avoided him, but there was another man who obsessed over the Sonin kind. The girl didn't know what would become of him when they met, but she didn't care about it as long as Ren was safe. There were lots of things she wanted Lisa to tell her, but she knew full well that it was best if they never met again. However, Irae couldn't let go of one very specific question.
どうして私あなたに比べてあの人が苦手なんだろう
Upon further thought, she realized she'd always felt that way. Even though it was all a farce, they lived like a family for many years, and the way either of them treated her was never radically different. For better or worse, they were both a good replacement to proper parents, and yet while she could feel at ease with one of them, Irae couldn't get used to the other no matter how hard she tried. It wasn't because the priest had been out of touch with her for a whole 11 years. She just had a natural lack of affinity for him. Irae had always seemed in a different light compared to Lisa. It wasn't a matter of likes or dislikes. She had feelings indivisible by such dualities about both Trifa and Lisa. However, there was one thing she was certain about. Even if it meant saving Ren, Irae wouldn't be able to lead the battalion commanders to Lisa. She was about to make the priest encounter beings who claimed that murder was love. Irae wondered why she had the capacity to be so cold to him. It wasn't like she held a grudge against him. In fact, he treasured her more than Lisa ever did. Why then, how could she do this? She just didn't know.
父親って何
That question suddenly slipped through her lips. Irae heard that fathers were often unreasonably ostracized and disrespected by their children, but didn't feel like her actions were on the same level. He wasn't even her father, after all. That was when
そうだ
she became aware of a certain pitfall. If Lisa was her great-grandmother, who was her great-grandfather? Who fathered Izak, the boy she saw in her dream? Suddenly, Irae had a flashback. Which one of you is my father? Taken aback, she nearly fell to the ground. The thought that flew into her mind was so harrowing she couldn't help bashing her head against the wall in a vain attempt to destroy it. She tried to deny it with all her being.
違うよねリザ違うと言ってよ
She felt like she could drop to her knees at any moment, never to get up again. The panic-made thoughts diffused throughout her brain, bringing another memory to light. In the dream, when she passed the gates as Izak, all 13 of the knights of the Obsidian Round Table were gathered there. The beast sat on the throne with Mercury at his side. Machina, Bay, Schreiber, Speen, and Tubal Cain were lined up to the right. On the left were the recently acquainted Samuel, the late Valkyria, Lisa, and Malleus. With the inclusion of Izak, the number reached 12. But then where was the 13th?
あなたにこれから3つほどこの場における処世術を教えましょう。
Who was the man dragging Izak's hand? Rhea didn't recognize him at all. Izak's thoughts described him as a man of the cloth he didn't know by name, and the girl played along with that evaluation. Was it him? Was he the same priest? Why was his visage so radically different? Who was the number 3 of the Obsidian Round Table? What was the nature of the man they called the Divine Vessel? Bearing through the chills and the headache, Rhea grabbed her hair and pulled hard enough to make blood flow down her forehead.
この中に
Her blood likely carried the DNA of the devil. It was an assumption without a shred of evidence, but she felt like everything would make sense if it was true.
私生きてちゃダメだ
It wasn't even the first time she had such a thought, but now she knew that it was the very same memento mori that summoned and led the devils and their legions. Sobs of despair escaped her mouth. No matter what she did, she couldn't break free of Karl Kraft's Ars Magna. And to go on a bit of a tangent, I don't remember if I've explained this earlier or not. Memento Mori, I didn't really plan to explain this because it's fairly common these days, but in case you're not familiar with it, it basically means remember mortality. It was I want to say it was a Roman general who had one of his servants say that when he returned from battle victorious or something like that. Basically, even though you're on the top of the world, remember that you are mortal. One day you will die. Plan accordingly, essentially. And if you didn't know what it means, now you do. Even so, no, exactly because of that, she had to get some answers from the priest. Rhea left the chamber of the Obsidian Round Table, weeping silently. She is aware that anything she'd attempt could be for naught. However, the girl couldn't choose to just sit and wait. If there existed one feeling she was certain of, it was her wish to keep Ren alive. Walking through the stony corridor sparked a hint of deja vu in the back of Rhea's mind. There was no trace of Lisa's presence anymore, the one that vexed her a short while ago. The lack of it felt painfully dreary and disheartening. Even though Rhea was the sacrifice to give birth to the miracle of resurrection, it was hard for her to thoroughly look down on Lisa for seeking it.
で、だからどうだってんだよ、お前。
After we finished our preparations and left the club, I asked Shiro a question that made him look at me with a disgusted expression.
エリーを生き返らす気はないのかって？生き返らすも何も、あいつ死んでねえよ。勝手に殺すな。だいたいそれを言うならお前だって。つうか、もういいや、めんどくせえ。
Last night, Shiro controlled the situation to make sure the priest could get away from us and act as he wanted. What I asked him just now was if he did so because he wished to bring Hanjo back to life. That was my first assumption, and he shot it down with no hesitation. Apparently I was too quick to assume the worst.
悪い。本庄生きてるのか？
ああ、失礼なやっちゃな、お前。
だから悪かったって。
Despite the fact that I didn't actually see her die or anything, the good news still surprised me. I shouldn't have had something that serious based on my own preconceptions.
どっかに入院でもしてるのか？病院はあれだから。お前らみたいなのがひいきにしてる闇医者とかそういうののとこで。
ああ、まあ安全なとこで寝てるよ。全部型がついたら合わせっから。
そっか。
When everything would be settled, huh? Getting Hanjo to join us seemed like a good idea. She probably wouldn't be too big on it, but celebrations were better with a larger crowd.
なあ、マリー。屋上での打ち上げは 本庄も入れて6人だ。いいだろう。
Why was she so spaced out?
シロ、彼女は。
オーケー、なんかわからんけど屋上だな。覚えとくよ。伝えとこ。やっぱあれかね、雰囲気出すなら俺らも制服着た方がいいんかな。コスプレパーティーみたいになっちまうけど。なあマリーちゃん、制服持ってる？ないならエリーに調達頼むぞ。
それは平気。一応霞に借りてるの。勝手にだけど。
そうじゃあいいか。あいつは家で寝てんだろ。
ああ、今はずっと寝ててほしいな。様子見に行きたいけど、俺らが近づいたら逆に危ない。
だな。あれはほっときゃいいだろ。下手に起こせば説教うるせえし。好き好んであれに何かするようなメリットもあちらさんには全然ないしな。
そういうことだ。
I had no objections to distancing ourselves from her, as would likely be best for her safety. I'd have all the time in the world for her scolding, when all of this would be over. Honestly, it seemed like it could even result in something funny if Shiro got caught up in it as well.
じゃあ、あとは先輩だけか。
Yeah, and it was by far the most difficult thing to accomplish.
お前復活したのは教会でだったんだろ。なんでその時。
気づかなかったんだよ。それどころじゃなかったし。つうか気づいててもあれは無理だ。あん時の俺があのガキ突破しようなんて真似してたら秒殺だろうぜ。ま、ブサイクなことになってんのは認めるさ。同じ場所に行って帰ってまた行って閉まらねえよな。自覚してるよ。
Shiro produced a self-mocking smile. I haven't seen Wolfgang sharper with my own eyes, but if this guy described him like that, he must have been a pretty big deal. And then you have Machina and Eleanor. Trying to invade the church they guard was downright suicidal. We had to go there at our absolute best, being careful not to overlook even the most meager of potential problems.
お前回復したのか。
まあだいぶね。クラブで休むのは今の俺にとって効率がいいみたいだわ。
Rizalka was the one who claimed the bottomless pit, and since Shiro took her powers, the swastika there now had a positive effect on him. It wasn't something I could honestly be glad about, but the situation didn't allow me to make a fuss about it.
お前らは？
問題ない。
大丈夫。
We smiled as our gazes met. It was a somewhat embarrassing feeling, but we both felt fulfilled in mind and body alike. All we had to do now was clear up a few uncertain factors. We were about to have a serious fight, so I couldn't ignore the existence of people whose intentions were unknown to me. Shiro would probably laugh and tell me I was spineless, but
途中公園に寄ろう。どうしても気になる。
I couldn't help but wonder how Sakurai perceived this night. I had no intention of tiring myself out in a brawl with her, but I felt like she would be more manageable than the priest. With a better grasp on Sakurai's actions, we might get a clearer image of Valeria Trifa's plot. We entered the park with such intentions, but found no one there.
あいつ。
Where did she go? And what was she doing? And where was Kane?
もしかして7番目を取りに行ったのか。
どうやってだよ。無理だろ。
Shiro was completely right after all.
今の学校には誰もいないし。
タワーだって閑古鳥が鳴いてるはずだぜ。
It meant that neither of the main swastikas had any potential sacrifices in them. Due to the explosion of the hospital and the destruction of the theme park, the streets of Suwahara were nearly empty. From what we'd seen while making our way here, barely anyone was out just to have a good time. With it being midnight, the school is obviously barren, while the likelihood of the tower having a significant amount of people is definitely low. The only way to open a swastika was a fierce battle where the loser would become the sacrifice. We and the priest had the common goal of rescuing Himuro, so there was no way Sakurai could open the seventh all by herself.
一体どういう。
I had a bad feeling about all this. I felt like we were overlooking something really important. That uneasiness spread out within my heart like a ripple. She can sacrifice Kane, can't she? At the same time, the intricate and intertwining intentions of several individuals only amplified the sheer confusion surrounding our situation. The most noticeable part of it all was the divine vessel's craftiness. First off, the man never said he would go to the church. What mattered most to him was that Ren would attack the place tonight and create a situation which could possibly divert the eyes of the battalion commanders from Rhea. Though the possibility was truly menial, he bet everything on it. It didn't even matter if they purposely let it happen. The priest only needed Rhea to leave the church on her own volition and move according to his design. His preparation had two layers. First, he spoke a certain nonsense to imprint a direct connection between Lisa's death and that place. And second, he told Izak to ask for the place he belonged to upon consuming his mother. The plan to direct the Sununkind's course of action upon Lisa Brenner's death was 60 years old. That was why Valeria Trifa was there. The school. If she were to cling to her shattered ordinary life, Rhea would surely be attracted to where the light of her days was brightest. It was a two birds with one stone situation for him. There was a certain truth unknown to Ren, Kay, and even Shiro who had information from Rizulka. A shared secret between Valeria Trifa and Lisa Brenner. He got Speen to investigate the existence and whereabouts of the other Sonnenkind, and when Trifa made him the first sacrifice, he became the only person to know about her. Indeed, the Divine Vessel's craftiness was a force to be reckoned with. Not a single soul could know that he had Cosme Ayase at his side. It was an absolute victory by prediction, plotting, invitation, and escape. Indeed, absolute, for there existed a third bird to be struck down by the same stone.
ああ、待っていましたよ、レオンハルト。
Not only would he retake his position, but he would make the seventh swastika his own. Upon coming to the night-shrouded school rooftop and facing the priest, Kay couldn't suppress her bewilderment. She knew that the priest was luring her into a trap. When she found out he was here and not at the church, she was almost certain that he planned to open the seventh with her life. But
なぜ彼女がそこにいるのですゲイか
Ayase Cosme was lying on a bench behind the priest. Kay couldn't mistake her for anyone else. Why was she there? What was the meaning of her presence?
あなたには関係ないことですよ。旧友の名誉に関わることですから、ベラベラと語るわけにもいきません。
旧友それはバビロンですか
さて、それはともかく、よくここが分かりましたね。逃げ回るのは得意だと自負していた身なのですが。
The priest didn't answer Kay's question and instead gave her one of his own. He clearly had no intention of telling her about it, implying that it would be a waste of time.
藤井さんたちまでこちらに来られては困りますからね。それ相応にこそこそと動きましたが、なぜ見つかってしまったのでしょう。誠に不思議だ。
もうおとぼけはいいでしょう
After an annoyed sigh, Kay took out a mask of pallid dark color and raised it into the moonlight.
ほう、パリダモルス。
彼女がいや彼ですか教えてくれましたよあなたの匂いを
今、カインはその中ですか？
ええもともと他人の生異物まともに使えなどしませんが彼を御するという意味だけでなら話は別です血族ですからね出し入れくらいならできますよその上で問いたい芸家なぜ彼は怒り狂っているのです
The mask of the corpse warrior, Lisa Brenner's Ananurbe, was slightly shaking within Kay's hand. Its owner's death made it crack and brought it close to shattering, yet it still continued humming with an ominous sound. So the cracks are on the left side, while its right side are left. Unless all of these are the cracks. Kay's hand was relatively steady, so it couldn't have been her causing the shaking. The mask itself, the thing inside it, was trembling with indignation.
正直抑えるのが辛いですここから出せ殺させろとあなたに対して彼は激高していますよまるでトバルカインはそれ単体では動けない彼はそういうもののはずだなのになぜ彼は地がめいたものを持ちそれがあなたに対する憎悪なのです答えてください
Trifa rubbed his chin and squinted his eyes, repeating Kay's words as if to confirm something.
なぜ彼は自がめいたものを持ち、彼ですか。それは彼女だからじゃないですか。
バビロンのプログラム云々なんて信じない。私にはわかる。これは彼だ。彼の心だ。私をバカにするな、聖さん。
The enraged shout sounded like a wail of sorrow. While the priest acted as arrogant as always, Kay no longer displayed any of the politeness she used to. The girl had never actually respected the man before her. His character, disposition, voice, appearance, she hated and was repulsed by everything about him. The only reason she acted courteous to him was because she was fully aware that those feelings of hers were unjustified. It was a mask she wore constantly, created by the oath, the rule, to keep her own fierce emotions in check.
なぜ彼があなたを憎悪している？あなたは彼に何をした？
ですから彼女だと言っているのに。
まだそんなことを。
Before she could finish her shout, she cut herself off with a reflexive gasp.
私が憎いですか、レオンハルト。
The divine vessel didn't display any changes, nor was he taking any particular actions, and yet...
憎悪結構。何かをなすにあたり、実に効率の良い燃料だ。愛などより、よほど真に足りる。ああ、わかりますよ。私も60年憎悪の虜だ。許せないのですよ。私自身のことを。
Valeria Trifa's demeanor had always been gentle, peaceful, and mild. That hadn't changed a bit. But Kay felt like there was something decisively different about him.
故に罰。私は英語を苦しまねばならない。救いなどいらぬ。祝福は遠ざかっていけばいい。たった一人、どこまでも歩き続けるのだ。永遠に。あなたの、彼の、彼女の憎悪を断罪、称し。私が科す私への罰、それに勝るものなどない。
It was evident that just like Sakurai, Trifa wore a mask that crumbled as he spoke those words. He was displaying his true self, the side of him unknown to anyone else. The more Kay stared into the miasma of his true colors, the more absurd and ridiculous it seemed to become. She didn't get what the priest was saying, nor did she understand his goals. Although Kay felt no anger or bloodlust in the priest, merely staying in his presence was enough to make her nauseous, effectively proving just how rotten his craving truly was. Her sixth sense told her that the man before her was hopeless and broken beyond repair. The warped existence known as Valeria Trifa was terrifying beyond description. Trying to understand him would consume anyone, much like Babylon had been. Wait, what if the people Kay held dear were also... The next moment she dashed towards the abomination standing before her.
言ったでしょう。生産杯は壊れない。
She attacked him with all the might she could muster. Although her panic robbed the strike of all its potential grace, the power and intent poured into and remained at their absolute peak. And yet...
あなたたちごときが万人集まってきたところで、私を断罪などできはしない。
He was unharmed. There wasn't a scratch on him. The indestructible divine vessel didn't even begin to crumble.
あなたは一体。
ただの負け犬。臆病者の末路ですよ。
The priest sent Kay flying by throwing the palm of his hand into her solar plexus.
私は強くなりたかった。
The girl stood on her knees and groaned while Trifa looked down on her, spread his hands to the sides, and silently mumbled. His words weren't directed at anyone. They were a soliloquy of lament and penitence.
私は弱い。心も体も魂も。 矮小でくだらなく程度の低い凡族だ。なぜ失ってしまうのだろう。なぜ守ることができないのだろう。なぜ答えは自明だ。その希少さゆえに人は持って生まれた器に従い救い取れる絶対量が決まっている。私の手のひらで救えるものはあまりに少なく、またいともたやすく外圧で崩される。ではどうすればいい。こぼれ落ちた何がしかを己が未熟さを盾に見捨てるのか。それが神たる者のおぼし飯か。いいな、断じていいな。認めぬ、許さぬ。私は微塵も納得せぬ。強くなりたい。より大きく、より堅固な、絶対に壊されぬ器が欲しい。それさえあれば何度でも救ってみせよう。私が知る最強にして完全なる器。聖さな愛は私の願いだ。永劫永遠に救い続けていくための。永遠に償い続けるための。
Kay didn't understand what the priest was saying. Or rather, she could understand it, but felt like she heard someone tell her that it was best if she didn't. There was something extremely off about what the man was saying.
あなたは何を救う気なのです。
無論全てを。
Kay realized that it was best to silence him as fast as she could.
己に問えと私はあなたに言いました。
However, even her utmost wasn't enough to hold his tongue.
愛しいものを取り返したい。その手に抱かれて抱きしめたい。ああ、実にそれこそ人間。何かを得るため何かを切る。
The downward swing, the sideways slash, the gouging pierce, all of her attacks ended up repelled. Her enemy was only standing. There was no defensive technique to his posture nor any viable weapons in his hands.
その選択に迷い悩み揺れに揺れ苦しいほど葛藤する愛。愚劣さ、愚鈍さ、愚直さを信じ崇めてひた走る。結果得られるバルハラは安息の日だまりでなければ意味がない。修羅道の果てが地獄道など一体誰が認めるという。
He wasn't wrong. The girl wished for bliss within the sunshine, an eternity where she could laugh alongside those dear to her. Even if that bright dream was drowned in the black of blood, she still sought her own Valhalla. She would neither apologize nor look back. It was all a battle, a situation where everyone involved was putting their lives on the line in order to reclaim what their hearts desired. If Kay felt empathy for any of those she crushed on her march to victory, she would surely be defeated. As long as she wanted her wish granted, defeat was out of the question. And yet, for reasons that eluded her, Kay's sword remained pitifully weak. Were her feelings lacking? Her resolution too brittle? That couldn't have been it. She had lost and discarded too much for her determination to waver. The life she chose and the world she would never be part of. As long as those most dear to her came back, she would no longer yearn for the ordinary life she still dreamt about.
その願い胸に迫るほど理解できる。
Trifa seemed to imply that there was a great deal of difference between him and Kay. The girl couldn't even begin to understand what he meant. Both of them were vile scum, making their advance on the fields of slaughter for the sake of gaining what they had lost. At the very worst, they were completely equal to one another. Implying otherwise was wrong, plain and simple. In Kay's eyes, there were no ways in which he was superior to her.
だ
After countless attacks, Trifa finally moved to casually stop one of them, and silently whispered the ultimate difference, the insurmountable wall between him and his opponent.
己も救われようなどとたわけた夢を見てはいけない。
His voice was one that denied all salvation, a prayer to shun it. Valeria Trifa didn't allow himself to have any semblance of peace.
過去に失った思い人、その幸せを願う。結構素晴らしい。ならばなぜ純粋に彼らのことだけを思わない。自己愛から得られる祝福などありません。よろしいか、レオンハルト。あなたは彼らと共にある己の幸せを追っているだけだ。ならば鏡を抱擁でもすればよいだけでしょう。
Right then, Kay launched a kick into Trifa's stomach. However, her target didn't even flinch, causing the power to come back to her, pushing her away in a relatively convenient distance. The action made the priest look at her with pitying eyes.
己のみを愛してほしい。己のみが幸せになりたい。その自己愛性人格、否定できますまい。
She wailed, trying to say that he was wrong, but
別にことさら責めているわけではありません。人とは元来そういうものだ。
people always found happiness in the smiles of those they loved. That was her motivation, as well as the reason why it all boiled down to selfishness. Was it really such a bad thing, though? Even if he said he wouldn't condemn her, was it truly something to be looked down upon?
あなたはあなた自身が救われるために死産欠我を駆け抜けた。顧みなさい。その身は血と絶望に汚れている。鏡を愛したあなたはそこに映った修羅しか得られない。帰ってくるのは今のあなたと全く同じ戦争の怪物だけだ。永劫に殺戮の地平をかけるエインフェリア。さしずめ、あなたはバルキュリアだな。それが救済と信じて愛しい騎士たちを終わらない戦争に駆り立てる。ハイドリ秘境のバルハラに召し上げ地獄につなぐ。要はそういうことですよ。私に言わせれば救いようがない。
Kay was about to have a realization she refused to accept. His words were ominous and challenging to comprehend, yet too dangerous for her to ignore.
私は違う。バルハラの流出など起こさせない。この器のみを頼りに不死創造という黄金だけをかすめ取り続けてみせましょう。アフ・ディダーゼル・レオンハルト。あなたもいずれ次かその次には救うと約束いたしますよ。
The stillness of night began to hum and rumble. For the first time in a long while, the wicked saint took up an offensive form and reached for his blade. Kay remained still. The damage on her body was negligible, and though her mind was in a state of chaos, it wasn't beyond repair. However, her soul, the very core of her being, told her that any resistance would be futile. She was mesmerized by the overwhelming divinity of the object about to materialize before her eyes and strike her through. She couldn't even blink at the sight. Next to her, the pallid mask of death vibrated in an arranged manner, but the actions of the corpse warrior were completely sealed as long as Kay didn't free him. However, it was possible that the mask could break by itself and unleash his indignation. It would be too late. Nothing could save her now.
親愛なる白鳥。
My beloved dearest swan.
この角笛とこの剣と指輪を彼に与えた。
Behold this horn, this sword, this ring, and bestow upon him all three. At that moment,